Well, it's been more than 100 years since women fought for and won the right to vote in the U.S. To honor their dedication, their courage, and their persistence, the Vermont Suffrage Centennial Alliance is touring the state with its new theater production, the Suffragist Reenactment Society. I sat in on a rehearsal for a look into the show.
Oh dear, what can the matter be? Women are wanting the vote.
Sarah Mell, Catherine Bloom, and Julia Sayos are channeling some of the most prominent women of U.S. history as they recount the decades-long fight for women's suffrage.
To declare that my sex have the inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
The Suffragist Reenactment Society is described by the Vermont Suffrage Centennial Alliance as a fast-paced journey through the history of how women won the right to vote in the U.S.
Woodhull said that women should have the right to escape bad marriages and control their own bodies.
But although all women fought for suffrage, not all women had equal access to the ballot box once the 19th Amendment was ratified in 1920. While white women enjoyed their voting freedom, women of color continued fighting for theirs for decades. The production aims to put a spotlight on the fact that many white suffragists excluded people of color from their movement. They also argued that voting rights could not be granted to both women and black people, and believed white women deserved suffrage first.
Black men vote or women, not both.
But it shows how white fragility plays a part in the narrative. It shows how trying to prioritize, do we tell the story of how women got the right to vote and celebrate the work of the suffragists who did that? In celebrating them, can we also call out their racism? Can we also call out their imperfections?
Terrible people can do good things, and good people can do terrible things, and learning to reckon with that and not shove it to the side, cancel it, ignore it, just because it's uncomfortable to look at.
Through audience participation and trivia, the actors hope people attending the show will learn a lot, but also be reminded of the sacrifices made for suffrage and the ways the fight for voting access continues today.
And it's not just women. It's not just people of color. It's the elderly, it's the disabled, it's all of the people who are, who have a hard time voting, and there are a lot of places around this country that are making it even harder. And I would hope that anyone coming to see the show would not take their own capacity to vote for granted and would feel a responsibility to make sure that everyone's voting rights are upheld.
And neither you nor any law you can frame have any right to interfere.
In Burlington, Aaron Brown, Channel 3 News. And the premiere will be held next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at Main Street Landing in Burlington. The show will then travel to 9 different cities and counties across the state during the month of October. We'll have a link to all of the dates, locations, and times on our website right after the show.